What's going on, Knicks Nation? Your New York Knicks lose to the Boston Celtics. Final score of 119 to 117. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Once again, appreciate the time, all the good stuff. Man, thrilling game. Unfortunately, did not end in the New York Knicks' favor. A lot of stuff we can talk about tonight, but coming into this game, man, I just wanted this Knicks team to show a fight and ultimately win this game and get that monkey off your back. And, now you're 0-4 against the Boston Celtics. You're staring at them in the second round of the playoffs. And so many opportunities to win this game. So many questionable opportunities there. Do you foul? Why not? Why didn't you foul? You let Tatum's been cooking you all night. Then you go into overtime. Mikal Bridges bobble in the corner. It's like, man, everything just did not fall in Knicks' favor towards the end of the game. And ultimately, you wind up with another loss against the Boston Celtics, and it stinks. It stinks. Boston's the machine, right? Machine. And you have to be perfect when you play this team. Perfect. Even though you feel like the finish line is right there. You're up 3. Boston's ball. No timeouts. I mean, they had a timeout, but they're like, no, we don't want the Knicks to get their defense set. Let's get a good shot. In my opinion, the Knicks should have just been fouling. You don't allow them to take a 3 in that situation. Didn't happen. Jason Tatum hit a shot. Tie the game. Overtime we go. And, yeah. I'm frustrated, but it's like, man, appreciate you guys in the chat once again. Subscribe, like, all the good stuff. Knicks just couldn't pull through. El Figgy, Joel Isaiah, just Rover, nostalgic. What's going on, people? Loud and clear. What's going on, man? Appreciate all of you guys in the chat. Talented Nate, Castro. Jaylen Brown was non-existent, and this game was that close. Eddie says salute to the chat. Salute to every single one of you in the chat. Yeah. Look, coming into this basketball game, you're 0-3 against the Boston Celtics. I thought you needed to get a win tonight. Just in the sense of confidence booster. Like, you needed a feel-good win against this team, especially since they're staring right at you in the second round of the playoffs. You needed to kind of build some, not momentum, but you needed to kind of just get that monkey off your back. And look, they put up a great fight, but it just wasn't enough. Like, it just wasn't enough tonight against the Boston Celtics. You have to be extremely perfect to beat this team. Boston made some clutch shots, hit some clutch shots. Jason Tatum is the truth. Like, this man is a superstar. So coming into this night, look, does this game matter? No. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. But I sent out a tweet. Celtics not resting anyone. Knicks not resting anyone. Al Horford was the only one not playing on Boston's side. So technically this game means nothing. But emotionally, I thought it meant everything for this basketball team. The Knicks I'm talking about. Break the streak, build a momentum, and tough overtime affair, and you lose. And now you're 0-4 against the Boston Celtics this year. And look, we could talk about the game. Obviously, we will. But, yeah, I mean, that fourth quarter, the Knicks lost the game in that fourth quarter. The final seconds, man. They had the game. OG grabbed a big rebound in that fourth quarter. Huge rebound in that fourth quarter. Off of Jalen Brunson miss. Huge. Mikal Bridges hit some big shots in that fourth quarter, 4-6 from the field, 1 and 2 from 3. You're looking, okay, Mikal finally showed up in the fourth quarter, finally showed up a little bit. Fourth quarter is when he hit those shots. Anunoby tonight, 5 of 13, didn't hit a 3. I mean, you need that. Boston sides, they were hunting Mikal every single time, and credit to Mikal playing some good defense on Jason Tatum down the stretch, but ultimately great players just do great things. And you just tip your cap to Jason Tatum, and he hit some clutch shots. He hit some tough shots against Mikal in that fourth quarter. But you're up 3. Celtics, they didn't call that timeout late in that fourth quarter. And in my opinion, there should have been some type of communication from the coach. Maybe there was. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe the Knicks trusted their defense. And look, majority of the game, especially in the second half, especially in that fourth quarter, Knicks defensively played well, because into the third quarter is when, Porzingis started to get going, Holiday started to get going. In fourth quarter, the Knicks really hunkered down defensively, but you have to be perfect against this team. Have to be. And look, I know we can say, yo, must beat them. Yay. Almost doesn't cut it. Almost doesn't cut it in the NBA. Got a lot of comments to catch up on. Appreciate you guys in the chat. As always, subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button. A lot of clear says, what's good, Knicks fans? What's good, Knicks Nation? Tough loss tonight, but I like the effort. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Crime's Dad, what's going on? Says they're lucky 3 saved them. We were able to keep up with them, so that's a good thing. Joe Thams, I haven't seen you in here. Appreciate you in the chat. Yeah, if you guys want to look at it like that, like we were able to keep up with them, that's a good thing. I mean, to me, I don't really, I guess. But I wanted a W. I wanted a W. No matter how it got done, I needed a W tonight. I know it doesn't matter. These games don't matter. The Knicks are pretty much locked in the 3rd seed. But just emotionally for this basketball team, especially because you're facing Boston in the second round, I mean, you needed a W to kind of get that. I mean, Boston's a great team, man. Great team. Muhammad says, tough loss. Yo, Alpha, what's going on? Yo, Alpha. Appreciate you guys, man. Really do. Michael says, get Thibs and his dinosaur schemes out of here. Isaiah says, I don't blame Mikal for that turnover. Cat threw the ball at his face. Blame Mikal for literally dropping a pass. Josh Hart should never be taking more shots than OG Anunoby. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of game plan stuff that I want to talk about tonight, but this is my mood right now. Carmelo Anthony, this is my mood. This is how all of us feel right now at this moment. We put this in the chat, put this in the corner. That's how all of us feel. All of us feel, man. Josh Hart, 48 minutes tonight for Josh Hart, 5 of 14 from the field. Look, hit a nice shot. Man, the Josh Hart thing is so, tonight I thought leaving him open again, right? Celtics leaving him open. No one respects Josh Hart's shot. Clogging the lane, leaving Josh Hart open. 11 rebounds, 7 assists for Hart, 3 steals, 10 points. So I think against this Boston team, I think you got to, I don't think Josh Hart can play 48 minutes. I don't think Josh Hart needs to be playing that many minutes. He can play a lot, but I don't think you need him to play that much against this Celtics team. You're just making it too easy on him on the defensive end. And look, Deuce, didn't really do, 21 minutes tonight. Didn't really do much. Campaign, I thought had a terrible second quarter from Campaign. And I don't think you could play Campaign against the Celtics team. I think DeLon Wright is more of a better matchup because of the Celtics size. And you need size. So I think DeLon Wright needs to play against the Celtics when we match up with them. Shamet, nope. Second half minutes for Landry Shamet. Mitchell Robinson, my heart sank for a second with his fall in this game. So, Payne was terrible in the first half. Second half, he did some things. McBride, 5 points. Shamet, 3 points. Didn't play in the second half. Mitch, offensive rebounds is what you love. But right here is OG Anunoby. You need your wings to hit your threes, right? And Anunoby has been playing so well for this team. 0 of 5 from the field. And, yeah, it's It's tough. Cat was awesome tonight, I thought, dominating this basketball game, especially in the first half. Didn't really go to him in the second half that much, but that was the schemes. But Cat was awesome in this game, dominating from the get. And Celtics were throwing everything at Karl Anthony Towns, and he was just dominating them. And look, that's a positive sign heading into the playoffs, right? Like, Cat needed a game like this against Boston. He did. Thought he played really well. Really well. Brunson, 10 of 21, 5 of 12 from 3, 27 points, 10 assists from Mr. JB. A little bit inefficient, but it's good to see that JB, looking like JB, but the inefficiency. I mean, yeah, you need your wings to show up against them. And, OG's been playing so well. There was a possession in overtime where the Knicks missed OG. And I think I have the video somewhere, but yeah, I have the video that I'll show you guys. But yeah, I mean, how's the temperature of this game, guys? I really don't I wanted this win. Boneheaded mistakes, like the Mikal Bridges off of his face. It can't happen. Like, you can't happen. That just showed that it just can't happen. And I don't want to sit here and say the moment was too big for Mikal. And look, Cat passing the ball. You got to catch it. I got to look at it again. But in my opinion, he should have caught it. Tell me if I'm wrong. In my opinion, he should have caught it. So after that, that's game. Like, that's game. Yeah, you got to catch that pass. You got to catch that pass, man. And he was open. He was already predetermining what he was going to do. And in a moment like that, it can't happen. Like, in a 7-game series, I'm sorry. That's that lost the game. I mean, that play didn't lose the game in particular. There was so much that happened, but that was one of the biggest moments. That's what led Carmelo Anthony to look like this right here. Like, come on, man. But look, no Jaylen Brown for them, really, in the second half, honestly. I mean, he was non-existent. They went 8-man rotation. Celtics are a machine, guys. You have to be perfect to beat this basketball team. You got to be perfect. And down the stretch, the Knicks were not perfect. So, this Rover says, Cat always has bad clutch passes. Josh, even worse. You got to catch that, man. You got to catch that. El Figgy says, OG was open in the corner, which is a 3-point sweet spot. Yeah, I mean, tonight just felt like a lot of missed OG opportunity, if you want to call it that. And this has been kind of the offense that we've been seeing, when everyone's been healthy, is you have so many guys that can put the ball in the basket. And tonight Cat was rolling. Brunson started to get rolling a little bit. And Anunoby was kind of like the odd man out a little bit. But he went 0 of 5 from 3. So you hit a couple of those threes, you're golden. So it's all about balance with this team. And until they find that balance, a lot of hero ball stuff there that I don't like. And, especially when you got OG just dominating lately. Look, Cat was awesome tonight. So Cat was awesome. So especially in that fourth quarter, final shot. How do you not have either OG, Karl Anthony Towns, or Jalen Brunson take that shot? I know they were being locked up, but still, there has to be a play where either one of them touches the basketball. You really think the Celtics were worried about Josh Hart hitting that shot? They wanted Josh Hart to shoot that. That was their plan. What's your plan? You got to get the ball to OG. You got to get the ball to Brunson or Cat. One of them has to shoot that shot. Josh Hart? I didn't like that. I didn't like that call. Inbound play. I got to look at it again. I'm just talking off the dome, but I got to look at it. But still, one of them has to catch that. I mean, catch the ball and shoot it. Just put it up, And yeah, it's the non-foul that you're up 3. You're up 3, and Jason Tatum was cooking you all night long. He wanted that shot. He wanted that shot. He made a great shot, man. Great players make great shots. So, El Figgy says they were toying with us at the end. You could tell. Nicholas says that pass was on Cat. He threw a bullet when Bridges wasn't even looking. Tony says DeLon Wright, no reason why he didn't play. No time. He's 6'5" and can guard. Payne is a turnover machine and takes bad shots and doesn't know how to run the offense. Shamit didn't come in the second half. Shamit actually hit a 3 too, and he didn't, play in the second half. Donald says that's not coaching. It's how the play developed. Yeah, I got to look at it again, but still, it's how it's developed, but still, you have to have option 1, option 2, option 3, and all 3 of those options need to involve your 3 big guys. Even Mikal. Like, you get the ball in your shooter's hands, not your non-shooter. Like, it's too easy. Predictable. And yeah, somebody brought up, look, Josh Hart, 5 of 14. The thing about Hart is, like, if they're leaving him open, you want him to shoot it. You want him to be aggressive. If he's not going to shoot it, then we're going to be complaining that he's not shooting it. But they want him to shoot it, and he's shooting it. But yeah, he shouldn't be taking the same amount of shots as your wings. Like, there needs to be some type of balance here, right? But if Hart's open and Porzingis is just not even contesting this stuff, Hart and Obi, 0-9 from 3. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough. And going back to DeLon Wright, yes, I think DeLon Wright, Tibbs needs to adjust that. Tom Thibodeau needs to make that switch, especially playing Boston. I don't think Payne, like, I know he can provide you a spark, and he hit a 3 in the second half. I know he can provide that, but I think DeLon Wright just is a better fit against his team. He's bigger. He plays better defense. Celtics they're a machine, man. They're throwing, look, Hauser, Cornette, Pritchard, small guy, but that dude is tough, man. He's like a rugby player. He's tough. Derek Wright, tough. These guys are ballers, man. It's extremely difficult to beat this team, and the Knicks haven't yet. And the narrative continues. 0-4 against the Celtics. And that's the frustrating thing. It's kind of like, yes, I don't know. I wanted this win, man. I really wanted this win, guys. I really wanted this win. Appreciate you guys in the chat once again. Smash the subscribe button. Let me link up the Discord link in the chat. I didn't do that for you guys yet, so you guys can call into the show. Just do that for you guys right now. But yeah, OG Anunoby he actually twisted his ankle in the final possession, so I hope he's okay. That's the last thing we need right now. Was seen limping off the court, so sorry. He was seen limping off the court, so we just hope OG Anunoby is okay. And yeah, but that's one adjustment I would like Thibs to make. I need DeLon Wright against this Celtics team because we need his defensive antics, like his defensive skills out there. We definitely do. So I wanted this one, man. Yuri says, I'm in the VC. I got stuff to say. Oh, Yuri got stuff to say tonight. West End said the Knicks sold the game. They did. You had the game in the bag. You sold it. Up 3. Boston decides not to call timeout. You have all the opportunity in the world to foul. And that's like the argument. Do you foul or do you let them shoot a 3? Yeah, in my opinion, I'm fouling. Like, you make it a free throw game at that point. You don't allow them to get an opportunity to tie the game, especially the way Jason Tatum was playing. He wanted that ball. The moment is not too big for him. He's a stud. He's a superstar. You foul. Play the free throw game. And then we go from there and you win the game. But it's the ultimate debate. It's the ultimate debate. It's either you foul, you don't, or you allow them to shoot the 3. But if they make it, it's like, damn, you should have fouled. So I thought they should have fouled. I thought they should have fouled for sure. Nicholas says, if you play deuce, why do you need Cam? Put Shamet for threes, catch and shoot. It's not difficult. Yeah, Nicholas, it's a lot more complex than that. A lot of the Knicks positive plus net rating lineups involve Cam Payne. And look, Cam Payne does some good things for us. But I said this prior. If Cam Payne is not performing well, and he had a terrible second quarter tonight, I need Tom Thibodeau to make an in-game adjustment. I need Tom Thibodeau to say, okay, let me play someone else. Let me play DeLon Wright. But you know how Tom Thibodeau operates. First half, he's going to go 8.5 guys, 9 guys, which he did tonight. Payne, Deuce, Shamet, Mitch. Those are your 9 guys. Second half, he took away Shamet. And he put in Payne. So that's yeah, but I agree. I think against this team, it's different. Team by team, it's different. Versus the Pistons, Payne may be needed. Or versus the Bucks, Payne may be needed. I think versus this Celtics team, I just want to see DeLon Wright with the lineups because I think he's a bigger body and I think it matches up well, especially with the mismatches and stuff. But something I want to see. So, man, oh man. Yeah, Yuri, OG limped off the court at the end of the game. Just have to, hope that he's okay. Ron B says Shamet or Deuce should have been in there for Hart. Hart does a lot of things well, but I just think against this Celtics team, I think you have to find avenues for him to not play. Like I just think you're just making it too easy for them out there defensively. Too easy. He played 48 minutes and Hart. I thought he did a lot of good things tonight, right? 7 assists, 3 steals, 11 boards. Like I thought he did a lot of good things tonight, but I still do think Thibs needs to scale. Like he's gonna play a lot. This is why when I was on the podcast with LV Live and he was asking me, would you play Deuce over Josh Hart? And my answer was, I would at time. Like I would play Deuce in pockets in certain situations of the game more than Hart. But I just know Tom Thibodeau is going to play Josh Hart majority of the basketball game. So it's not really an option. Like it's not, And look, Hart is going to hit some threes. He's going to miss most threes. And teams don't respect him. And you saw in the first half when Hart and Mitch were on the floor, Boston kept going to a zone, kind of throwing the Knicks off a little bit. And, it's a chess match. Against the Celtics, it's going to be a chess match. This was my all hands need to be on deck against the Celtics. But, you put up a great fight. Great job. You put up a great fight. You didn't get blown out. Ladies and gentlemen. Step in the right direction for some. It's a step. It's a step. But I don't want to sit here and poo-poo that. It's a step. Boston's been kicking your ass. Right? Kicking your ass all season long. Tonight, you won. I mean, you literally should have won this game. Like, you should have won this game. But you lost. You had every opportunity to close this out, and you lost. But I'm not the person to be like, oh, yeah, good job. But I do think you can build off of this into the second round. I do think you can find some positives and carry this over. You saw a lot of Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns tonight. That's a positive. Throwing Boston off a little bit. You saw Karl Anthony Towns guarding Jaylen Brown. Positive. In the second quarter, positive. Now, Jaylen Brown didn't play really because he's like hampered by minutes. So those were adjustments that I want to see personally from Tom Thibodeau. And you saw that tonight. But I think he has to adjust the pain. He has to adjust that. He does. Boston's going to eat Payne alive defensive. Eat them alive. They're going to get mismatch after mismatch. They're a tough team. You got to be perfect. You got to be perfect against the Boston Celtics, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks lose 119-117 against the Celtics. They are now 50-29 on the season. 3 more games left. We are now watching the Milwaukee game. Obviously, that's super close, but Milwaukee... What did Milwaukee do? Ooh, Milwaukee won. Knicks Pistons looking realer and realer by the day. Milwaukee won. I thought they were going to lose tonight. So, yeah. Let me catch up on your comments. Tony says we have a fully healthy team now. Right now, we lost 7 guys. Yeah. I mean, West End says Bridges got to be better. Nicholas says it's common sense, fully healthy, no excuses. First time fully healthy against the Celtics team. Mitch, we saw him do great things out there tonight with the offensive boards, but unfortunately, you just couldn't pull it through. El Figgy says, please remember to hit the like button. Appreciate you, El Figgy. Yes, smash the like button. It really helps out the channel. Once again, appreciate your support on this Tuesday night. Unfortunately, your New York Knickerbockers couldn't get it done. Celtics are a machine. I mean, they're a machine, and you got to be perfect against them. We're fully healthy. We had every opportunity to win this basketball game, and you just couldn't get it done, right? I mean, mistakes. There's mistakes, right? I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I go back to last year, Indiana Celtics. Indiana should have won game 1. I think they should have. I think it was game 1 or game 2. Mistakes cost them. And that was a series. That can't happen. It can't happen against this team. You make one mistake, you lose a game. You can't give away these games against this team, especially in a 7-game series. You cannot give away a game. If you give away a game like if tonight was like game 1 and you had the game up 3 and no foul and the Celtics win and they're up 1-0, you're going crazy because you just lost the opportunity to take a game. You can't give that away against this Celtics team. They're too good. They're going to take advantage. And look, Porzingis, 8 of 13, 34 points. Tatum, 4 of 11, 32 points. I mean, this man Porzingis pulled off from the logo, man. Pulled off from the logo. Nicholas says, JB really not trying to move the ball either. We're not going to talk about that. JB, 10 assists tonight for Jalen Brunson. Opportunities to move the ball more? Yes, there was. And we'll talk about this. LV says, God bless you, and I bleed orange and blue. I know we're cooked against Boston in the playoffs. It's yeah, man. I don't want to say it. Isaiah says, thank you, Ant, for what you do. You're helping my anger out. Yeah. Talented Nate, appreciate you, Isaiah. Talented Nate, Milwaukee went on a 41-13 run in the 4th to come back and win. Wow. Yeah, Milwaukee won. So I think they're now 2 games up on Detroit. And look, it's looking more and more like Knicks and Pistons in the first round. All right, this is the play I was talking about. Overtime. First of all, let's give it up for OG Anunoby during this play. Hold on, let me move some windows around. Let me get my stuff together for you guys. All right. You love OG with this physical. You got to be physical against this team, man. Make them feel you, man. 112 overtime. OG being physical with Jason Tatum right here because Tatum pushed him. OG's like, nah, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. So shout out to OG. Hope he's all right. I want to show you guys. All right, this is the play in overtime that I was talking about. And I don't think a lot of people caught this play. Let me try to make it bigger. All right. All right. Take a look at OG Anunoby. It's 107, 4:34 left in overtime. Overtime just started. Wide open. I think Brunson sees him too. And look at OG Anunoby's body language when he doesn't get the ball. So, arms flailing down. Look, right there. You got to see that, man. You got to see that. It's like you got to, like, I know that's kind of like a tough pass though for JB, so I don't want to kind of like get on him from that. It's a tough pass, especially against all these players, but you got to see that. And that's overtime. You know, you got to take advantage of these opportunities. You do. And OG was frustrated there. He didn't get the ball, running wide open. And look at his body language. Come on, man, pass me the ball. Moments like that where you got to take advantage of and get the man the ball, right? So, one play I noticed, the play I clipped, I'll probably talk about that in the Knicks Nation film room. But, yeah. Oh, man. Jaden says Hart is a sixth man on a championship team, not a starter. His lack of shooting hurts the team more than it strengthens them. Cat not being on the perimeter is more wasted potential with his team. Jaden, well said. Well said. I think Hart does a lot of things great. A lot of things really well. But I don't think he needs to be out there for 48 minutes. Like, I don't think he needs to be out there that long. He doesn't. And the issue is that who do you go to? Because we saw a lot of Josh Hart at deuce lineups tonight. You saw a lot of Josh Hart deuce lineups tonight. And then would you go to Shamit? I mean, he was kind of getting cooked defensively in the first half. And I guess that's why Thibs didn't go to him again in the second half. So, but yeah, I mean, you got to switch it up. I mean, right? I mean, I need to see some. I need Thibodeau to find religion against the Boston Celtics in the second round. I need to see something that we haven't seen before. Like, I can't see Josh Hart playing 45 minutes a night. Like, you're making it too easy out there for them. Again, I want Josh Hart to play a lot, but I don't think he needs to be playing 48 minutes. You know, I think you can find minutes for somebody else who can stress the floor. Maybe but yes, Jaden. What I'm trying to say is I agree with you. Tony says, and we out-rebounded the Celtics and had fewer turnovers. Tell me who fought. Was it for the loss? Michael says Towns got to get his hands out of his pockets on D against Porzingis. Yeah, Towns had a nice steal there late in the game and tied things up. But Towns was awesome tonight, man. And that's a positive where I would carry over. Because Towns really hasn't, you know, your wings haven't performed really against the Celtics. And I was going to come on here, if Mikal didn't have that big fourth quarter, I was going to come on here and give it to him. But he had a good fourth quarter, and then he mishandles the pass, and, you know, that's game. So, defensively, I thought, Boston is hunting Mikal. Like Mikal actually played really. I thought he played okay against Jason Tatum especially late in those possessions, in the fourth and the overtime. The Knicks finally put OG Anunoby on Jason Tatum, but I thought Mikal was holding his ground. But he's like Boston knows, like he's weak. Like Tatum and when Jaylen Brown's they can throw him around. Like he's not gonna stay in front of them. Like, their wings are that strong. And I just think Anunoby has to be in even Anunoby on, like, Tatum is so great. Like, Tatum is such a great basketball player. Like, some of the moves he was playing, some of the moves he had tonight on Anunoby and on the Knicks, I mean, you just have to, he made great shots. But the Knicks still had opportunities to win this game, and they lost it. But Nicholas says, even on that Bridges shot at the free throw line, JB pass was late. It's about timing, too. Yes, notice that, too. But Bridges, fourth quarter. Timely shots for Mikal Bridges in that fourth quarter. Again, positive steps in the right direction. You know, he was missing. First quarter, he was clanking. Like, he was clanking a lot. Fourth quarter, he actually made some timely shots and the Knicks were up 3. You got to win. You got to win that back. You got to win that game. And, you know, they didn't. That's when we start to nitpick at things. I would prefer nitpicking at these things with a W attached to it. But now we have to nitpick at, the Mikal not catching the pass, the Jalen Brunson missing OG Anunoby underneath the hoop, the end of the fourth quarter where you couldn't get the ball in Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, or Karl-Anthony Towns' hand. How Josh Hart has to take the three. You don't foul the Celtics. You're up 3. You don't foul them. Why? Wondering if Tom Thibodeau's going to answer to that. He probably will. We'll be waiting on Tom Thibodeau's response. But 0-9 against the top three teams. 0-9. I came into this game wanting to win simply due to the fact that you got to get that off your back. Look, this game didn't matter. I said it before. It didn't matter. Celtics playing everyone besides Al Horford. Knicks not resting anyone. Okay, you're like, okay, show me something. And the Knicks did show us something. Cat definitely showed us some stuff. You're like, okay, back and forth. Celtics go up. Knicks came back, tied the game. Knicks go up. Knicks up 3 seconds left in MSG. You're like, okay. So technically this game didn't mean anything, but like I said, emotionally, I thought this meant everything for this basketball club. Like, okay, we can beat these guys. Maybe they're thinking about that in the locker room right now. Maybe like, yo, we can beat these guys. But you're not. You're not beating them. And nothing matters unless it's W. But you can take positives from this game. You can. You can. I don't want to be too down. I don't want to be too down because you can take positives from this game. You can. And you got to play perfect against them. You got to play perfect against the Celtics. You can't give up possessions. You can't turn the ball over. Boneheaded mistakes. Again, you can't do that. You can't do that. Tori says, I guess I'm the only one who's disappointed, but not mad. Look, I'm disappointed. I'm not mad, Tori. Nick's Rule says Mikal was good down in the fourth. Yeah, Mikal, 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3 in the fourth quarter. He was good. Just had that ball. He just couldn't catch it. And the play of the game was keeping a bad defensive player in. Towns cover Tatum to foul him at the 3. Wrench, what's going on? Appreciate you in the chat. Appreciate all of you in the chat. Knicks, unfortunately, couldn't get a victory. Couldn't pull one out. And look, season's coming down. Milwaukee won tonight. So the chances of playing the Detroit Pistons in the first round just keep on increasing. Knicks play the Detroit Pistons next. So that should be interesting. If the Knicks beat Detroit, I think that locks it up, honestly. I think it locks it up. Knicks didn't clinch the 3rd seed. There is still a chance for them to fall back into the 4th seed. They have to lose out, and Indiana has to win every single game. That's what needs to happen. Indiana won tonight. So wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something, ladies and gentlemen? That will be a twist. If the Knicks lose out and the Pacers win out and we fall back to 4, still, it's a possibility. I don't think we're going to lose to Brooklyn the final game. I don't think that's going to happen. So I don't think it's going to happen, but it's still a possibility. Tori says we made mistakes, but they also hit miracle shots. Yeah. I'm not mad either. I've already resigned myself to accepting we're losing to these teams. Size 9 says hit our free throws and the game is over. Yeah, Tatum missed a few free throws there in the final. Let me go to the free throws. What do we finish with? Look, that's the NBA, man. That's basketball. You're gonna miss free throws. You're gonna point at that. Look, Celtics they missed 5. Damn, they shot 25 free throws, man. Knicks missed 6. Celtics missed 5. Knicks missed 6. So it's kind of like a wash, but they shot 25 free throws compared to the Knicks. 6, Knicks 52 rebounds, Celtics 38 rebounds. Man, I didn't think that was that much of a disparity. 52 boards for the Knicks, Celtics 38, huh? 38% from 3, 28% from 3. Look, it can all be so simple, but the Knicks should have won this game. But if you want to nitpick at things, they missed a lot. They missed, 28% from 3 against this team is not going to cut it. That's the thing. You can go up 11 against this team. You can go up 15, and it doesn't matter because they can go on a 15-0 run in a blink of an eye. So, yeah, Knicks went up 11 and lost. The thing about this game is, like, a lot of Knicks fans just see the writing on the wall, right? And that's why you have a lot of Knicks fans already reserved to the fact that get past the first round, second round, just give us a fight. Tonight was a fight. It was a fight. But a lot of Knicks fans already see the writing on the wall. And I think that's where you get all the negativity from. But I still want to be positive. I still want to enjoy the season. I still want to enjoy the first round, the nitty-gritty of it all. And look, playoffs are a different animal. You know, they could be bumped. Like, I don't know. You saw Jaylen Brown was out tonight. Didn't really play. Didn't really give him anything. But, you know, you're 0-4 against the Celtics. They swept you this year. And a lot of Knicks fans, they think if you make it to the second round, they're just going to do the same. But I don't want to think that. I think you could build off of some good habits tonight, but you should have won. You should have won. Tori says ref were trash too. Seems like every game, right? Refs were trash too, man. Knicks Rose says Friday probably lose, but Thursday and Sunday I think we will win. Yeah, Knicks only need one more. If they win one more game, they lock up the 3rd seed. But if they lose out and the Celtics win out, and the Pacers win out, then they're the 4th seed, right? I mean, I do think they're going to win one game. I think we're going to win one game. Just Rover says, I saw the writing on the wall in February. Brunson coming back hasn't sparked this team, and that's a concern. I don't think so, Tori. I just think you got to find a balance, man. Look, you got to find the balance. Like, I know Hart was open for majority of his shots, 0-4 from 3 tonight. But, again, if you're going to play him 48 minutes, he's going to attempt the shots that he is being left open with. And I don't think this should happen. I don't think Hart should take more shots than Anunoby and Bridges. And now the game dictates that. Like, it's so easy for me to say, like, oh, I don't think Hart should take more shots than him. But the game dictates that. But I think that's coaching. You got to find different lanes and different ways to get, especially against the Celtics team. And I know Anunoby's exerting a lot of energy guarding Tatum. You know, he's exerting a lot of energy guarding Brown, exerting a lot of energy switching on the Porzingis. He's exerting a lot of energy defensively, and you're asking him to score. But tonight, I thought it was a balanced night. Again, you should have won. Cat was awesome. Brunson hit some timely shots. Mikal had a great 4th quarter. Anunoby had a big rebound off of a Brunson missed. It was looking like, okay, wow, Knicks are going to win. And they didn't. Because everything was piling up. You know, Bridges, great 4th. Towns was doing his thing. Finally got it going a little bit against. What did Towns have in the second half? Because I know he kind of got shut out there in the second half a little bit. But everything was pointing to a Knicks victory. Everything. And the Knicks were down. Like, Celtics in that 3rd quarter, Knicks came out flat. And the Celtics, Porzingis, you had Holiday balling out for them. So I'm trying to see what did Karl-Anthony Towns finish with in the second half. 9 points. 12 points, including overtime. So, yeah. But you had, Mikal doing his thing in the 4th. And then the game ended with Mikal not catching the basketball. And then it's like, Come on, man. Come on, man. The Melo meme right there. Right here. Literally right after Mikal Bridges turned the ball over, this is Melo. Come on, bro. You couldn't win in front of Melo. Dang. Appreciate you guys in the chat once again, man. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Size 9 says we only lost 4 games in our division. Yeah. And all to the Celtics. Yeah. So, and that's the team that you got to get through. Right? A lot of Knicks fans have frustrations because you built this team to compete. You thought you were that much closer to Boston. You know, you got Mikal. Okay, our wings can match up with their wings. Towns, they really don't have anyone to guard Towns, and you saw that tonight firsthand. They don't really have anyone to guard Towns. And Towns really struggles against smaller defenders, but he was cooking. They threw Derek Wright at him. They threw Drew Holiday at him. They threw Brown at him. They threw Tatum at him. Towns was cooking them. You can build off. You can go to that. Positives, right? And Porzingis logo 3, 8 threes from Kristaps Porzingis tonight. Tatum dagger 3, and then game tying 3 in that fourth quarter. And Derek White 4-12, Drew Holiday 2-4. You know, the thing is, they didn't really kill you with their threes. Like, the more I'm thinking about it, like, this was a perfect. The Knicks want these games to be like this. You want these games to be close, and you want these. The Celtics were kind of playing the Knicks way. The Knicks wanted, like, the Knicks. What I'm trying to say is that the Knicks played a good game. They did, but the execution needs to be better against this team. It's not gonna cut it. All right, let's get to Yuri in the Discord. Appreciate you guys in the chat. If you guys want to hop in the Discord, you guys can. Let's get to Yuri in the Discord. We got El Figgy and Yuri. Let's get to Yuri first, and then we'll get to El Figgy. Yuri, what's up, man?
Oh, nothing much. I'm gonna say this to the people that say to blame the loss on Tom Thibodeau. This is not Tibbs' loss. This is not his fault. I nagged on him for some adjustments, like I agree with you, Ant. Campaign should not have been in this game. Let's just get that out of the way. Straight up. He should have had DeLon right in this game. Second, we lost this game because of free throws. Nobody wants to admit it. We didn't hit it. We were 60. Matter of fact, I got the stat right here because I'm about to cook almost every single person in this chat. We lost to this game today because of free throws. The Celtics were 80% from the free throw line. They were 20 for 25. The Knicks.
Gary, you missed one. You missed one more free throw than them. That's it.
No, the Knicks were 10 for 20. The Knicks were 10 for 16.
Yeah, Knicks missed 6. Celtics missed 5.
That's crazy. But those free throws come back to haunt you. The assist numbers were on 28.
Yeah.
And that whole thing about the fouling debate, I'm honestly happy we didn't foul. Because I'm not chancing it. I'm not chancing it. At all.
It's a debate. It's a debate that people will talk about tomorrow, I'm sure, and on the radio stations. But I'm a fan of fouling because you play the free throw game and you just go from there. Against, Jason Tatum was cooking you in that fourth quarter. He was making some tough shots, so he already had the heater on, right? If you ever played video games, Tatum already, the bar was hot. He was hot in that fourth quarter. So to allow him to get to his spot and make a move, I got to watch that again. I think he might have traveled, by the way. But to allow him to make that move, I just think you don't allow that. You got to take the ball out of his hands. So I think you
see two sides. I see two sides of it. I see two sides. Oh, you should have fouled. Oh, you shouldn't have fouled.
Yeah.
I understand it. But I like what I saw tonight. We could have done better, let's be honest here. This game should have been a shot. This game, we should have won this game, but we didn't. And you wanted to win this game just to get the 0-8 narrative off your back. You're now 0-9. I'm not worried about it. But I feel confident just heading into the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
I like what I saw tonight.
Okay.
And I'm going to say another thing, too. Tibbs is going to be a coach for the next 3 years. Y'all don't like to hear it. He's going to be a coach for the next 3 years.
Hey, Yuri, you're going to make a lot of enemies.
And I love making enemies. I'm from New York. I don't want from the smoke.
Yuri, I appreciate the call, man. Always appreciate you hopping in here.
I will say one thing, though. How many games we got left?
3.
We got, like, what, 4 left? 3 left now?
3.
Do we have any news on OG at the moment?
No. No news. No news.
How did he twist his ankle? I didn't see it.
I tweeted on the Knicks Nation Twitter. So at Knicks Nation, you can see the play. He went up, the final, like it was like 8 seconds left. He went up for the layup and he twisted his ankle and he was limping off the court. So, yeah. Appreciate the call, Yuri.
Oh, man. Oh, OG just said, I will add this, though. OG said he should have fouled. He actually took blame. He should have fouled.
Oh, okay. There you
go.
By the way. There you go. El Figgy. What's up, El Figgy? How are you?
What's up? What's up, man?
What's up? What's up? Tough loss, man. 117, 119. Foul or no foul? I don't
know. This is a tough loss. I feel we should have won. I'm not feeling great about this. I think that, first I want to start with some good, because there was actually, although it may not seem like it right now, there was some good that came out of tonight. Mm-hmm. First good thing I saw, we got Jaylen Brown in foul trouble. Beautiful. That's what you want. Get him in foul trouble, get him out off the court. One less to worry about, right? Love that. Probably why Cat was so effective. I did love seeing Cat and Mitchell Robinson together when they were together on the court. I liked what I saw from them. Cat, again, he's able to fall back more into the 4 spot.
Yep. When
Mitchell Robinson is playing center, much better offensively, where Cat's more in his sweet spot. Mitchell Robinson's grabbing, rebounds and blocking shots. I like that, giving KP a little bit of trouble. I don't know how that'll work against Al Horford, but it worked. Mm-hmm. It worked. KP didn't really get hot until the end, until Mitchell Robinson didn't come back into the game, which, again, I don't understand that. Part of the frustration. But when the two of them are out there on the court together, I liked what I saw. I'm not feeling great going into the playoffs, I'll be honest with you, because I feel like, right now we're probably going to see the Pistons. I don't know how we're going to shake out again. The Knicks are going to see a very tough team in the first round. It's like the Sixers all over again, where it's any man's game. Last year, everybody, going into last year's playoffs, the storyline was the Sixers, if it hadn't been for Joel Embiid being injured, they were supposed to be the second seed, not us. So they were the favorites going in, and, we went, that series took a couple of years off my life, with all the close games we had last year. I think us against the Pistons, I don't know how that's going to shake out. I don't know if OG's okay right now. That's going to be a big problem. This is why you don't want to go into overtime. What happened the last time? Do you remember the last time we went into overtime? What happened? Jaylen twisted his ankle and he was out for 15 games. Yeah. Now we go into overtime, OG goes down. You don't want to extend time, especially the way Tibbs plays the starters. You don't want to go out there and have to play 40-plus minutes. Josh, I think, was out there for 45 minutes tonight. You don't want to have to do this. If you can, we let them go on an 8-0 run at the end. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the Knicks wanted this game badly. You could tell by the post-game comments, so you didn't want to get to overtime, but the Celtics were playing a lot of their starters too. So, But, yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate that, you had the OG sprained ankle, and the last time that happened was Brunson went down with a sprained ankle. But I know the Knicks wanted this game badly. But, yeah, Alfiggy, I mean, yeah, I thought there was you found some recipe to beat this team, right? I mean, you should have beat this team. You should have won. The Mitch and Cat lineup, like you said, I loved. But, yeah, I think they found a little bit that they can carry over into the second round, if they make it to the second round.
Yeah, let's hope so. And I mean, shout out to the chat. I know you guys are also a little bit, weary. No worse for the wear tonight, but it's not easy being a Knicks fan, guys. We got to hang in there. Believe me, hopefully better days are coming. We're going to stay positive, and hopefully learn from this. Again, not happy with tonight's outcome, but there is some good stuff here. Hopefully we build on that.
El Figgy, always appreciate the call. Thank you. All right, let's go to Sequeezy up next. I see you diss Rover, and then we'll go to Sequeezy and then diss Rover. Sequeezy, what's up, man? How are you?
You good?
Yeah, I got you. How are you tonight?
Good. I wanted this game. I wanted this game so bad. Just one win, and I would have been happy. But the third quarters, man, like we got to get better at that. We start the third quarter, and they go on an 8-0 run. It was like the same way the Cavs did. We up, and once the third quarter start, we start to hold the ball, shoot the ball with 2 seconds left. Like we got to fix that. And Mikal, he should feel some type of way right now. Like you shouldn't have Tatum trying to get you on the switch every play. Like that should make you feel some type of way. Like they trying to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking. I'm like, yo, every time Tatum gets on him and posts him up, he scores.
Yep.
Like they trying to get OG off of him, and like that right there, like he gotta feel some type of way. Like if you ain't gonna stop Tatum, you gotta go on the other end and try to get away to get some buckets, get some fouls, do something, put some pressure on him.
Yep.
Like what he did in the fourth when he started making the shots, that was better. That's what I want him to do the whole game. Don't be like scared to shoot the ball, because there was some plays like I felt like he was passing too much, but it sucks because another thing is Brown had a bad game. My thing is, it's good signs. Cat had a good game. Yeah, he showed up, but how many games will Brown have a bad game? If Brown puts up 15 to 18 points, it is a different story. Yeah. Like I was praying, like even OG, like even though he was scoring like all his points like these last few games, he didn't have the best scoring game tonight. His defense was better. I give him that, but like he was scoring crazy this last game. But we get to Boston, he's kind of quiet. I was not mad at it because his defense was good on Tatum, but he was kind of quiet. Like all the threes that he was making when he was hot was not going in as much against Boston. And then like we give Sam House or whatever his name is an open layup in the fourth, wide open over inbounds, and we low key got bailed out because Josh Hart fouled, and they could have got free throws, but then it didn't even matter because then we gave up an open layup. Like, that got to get better. And then the plays. We call a timeout. We give a layup up. And then the last shot, we call a timeout. And then we got Josh Hart shooting the last shot. Like, come on. I'd rather anybody shoot that shot.
Exactly.
Unless there's a play where Josh Hart is wide open and you give it to him, then that's it. But if he got to catch the ball, dribble, and then shoot, I'm not as confident if you was just to throw him the ball wide open. Because we know Josh Hart can make big threes, but it's usually when he's wide open and he catches the ball, not when he's dribbling and doing a jump shot off the dribble. But that's all I really got to say.
Queasy, appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, a lot of great things you said there. Josh Hart, I thought shouldn't have gotten that ball. I thought it should have, like Thibodeau said, that they did a great job with the play. They have 3 options or 4 options, and he's talking right now, said they did a great job with the play. So, but still, I still think you got to get the ball in JB's hands or Cat or OG, somebody. For you played into their hand. They wanted the ball to go into Josh Hart's hand. They went into Josh Hart's hands. So, yeah, and then there was a play, like you talked about the play where they just let wide open. I just put it up on the chat where it's just wide open. I mean, out of an inbound play. I mean, this can't happen. Sam Hauser wide open. I mean, stuff like that where miscommunications just cannot happen. And Mikal, yeah, I mean, timid, really timid. Look, Mikal got to have a good playoffs, man. He got to have a good playoffs. That's all I'm going to say. Dis Rover, what's going on? I see you in the chat. How are you?
Yo, what's up? I just want to, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Evan, Loud and Clear, and Tony, you know, the boys in the chat room, every single live stream.
Let's go.
And I only got one thing to say. I really do.
Uh-oh.
And that is, Dante would have hit that shot. Thank you and good night. That's all I wanted to say. That's it.
Oh, man.
I'm serious. That's it. Dante would have hit it.
That's it?
That's it. That's all I wanted. Good night.
The dagger. The dagger. Dis Rover, man. Appreciate that. Oh, man. Dante would have hit it. He probably would have. He probably would have. I think OG would have hit it. Man. Shout out to Dis Rover. Shout out to all the callers calling into the Knicks Nation post game. As you know, you can hit the Discord and call into the show. Post game comments are coming out now. I'm trying to like cycle through these things as I go live. And sorry. I'm just trying to see if there's anything of value. The ball, what is Kristaps Porzingis talking about? Kristaps Porzingis talks about his three-pointer. Hold on, let me Kristaps talks about his three-pointer from the logo tonight. The ball rolled to me, and I said, "This is destiny." Okay. It's about getting the win, and we just didn't do that tonight. Point blank. Point blank. Nick says, "I miss Dante." Tony says, "This roll wild." Carnathy Towns told Dibs. Anyone but Hart probably should have knocked it down. Hashtag bring back the Ragu. Bronson, we've got to execute better. It's simple as that. We shouldn't be in that position anyway to be in overtime. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, bottom line. Bottom line. I mean, you shouldn't have been an opportunity. OJ Anunoby says that he should have fouled Jason Tatum at the end of regulation. So whether that's OJ Anunoby taking accountability, maybe he was told to foul him and didn't. But OG says that he should have fouled Jason Tatum and at the end of regulation. Should have fouled him. I think he would have won that game. They're the defending champion until someone proves they can beat them. They're defending their championship. We know that there's a lot of work for us to do. It's look, roller coaster of a season. Obviously, we still got a round to play. I'm still excited for the playoffs, guys. And look, we're staying at Boston in the second round, but you know, we get there. I think a lot of Knicks fans already see the writing on the wall in that series. And that's what a lot of Knicks fans are kind of like frustrated with, is because this team was supposed to, you know, compete with them, and they did compete tonight. I thought, you know, the Knicks could build off of tonight for sure. I think there were a lot of things that the Knicks did well tonight. They should have won. And I think you can carry that over into the playoffs. And again, the playoffs are a different game, so it's going to be different. But I think there's a lot of things where the Knicks can utilize and use in order to beat this team, because I think it needs to be all hands on deck. You need to be perfect. I think Dibs seriously needs to look at that campaign when we get to that second round. And like, I think DeLon Wright is a not a perfect match, but I think he's a better fit for, you know, defending the Celtics on switches and whatnot, because I think, like Sequeezy said, they were hunting Mikal tonight, and you know, Jason Tatum was hunting. They was getting the switches on Mikal Bridges. Like, he wanted Mikal Bridges to guard him. And anytime they would involve Karl-Anthony Towns in a pick and roll, it was just open look. You know, so they're a machine. They are a machine. So you got to be perfect against them. And the Knicks should have won this game, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. Shoulda doesn't count. Cut it. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I should have played the lotto numbers. You know, doesn't matter. JB says we, OG says I, which is crazy. JB is always a we player. Like, I wouldn't put that on OG. OG is always a team guy too. But I think, you know, last game was a good sign for us, but it doesn't, like, you got to show up against the Celtics team, and you got to show us that you're capable of beating them, and they just haven't. So Yuri says Isaiah's in the chat. Okay. Let's get to Isaiah. Got another call. Here we go. Isaiah, is that you?
Yeah, what's good, man?
Hey, what's going on? How are you? Welcome to the Knicks Nation postgame show. What you got tonight?
Oh, I'm good. I wanted to say mainly though, like, I know Yuri said, you know, he doesn't blame Tom Thibodeau, you know, for things, but I do. I really do. I still feel like he's holding this team back, man. There's just certain things that I'm seeing, and I feel like he's getting outcoached. Every time we played, against a top team, I just feel like he's getting outcoached heavily, and I feel like he just doesn't want to change, and I'm tired of it. I still have the same opinion that we're not gonna win under him. I think it is the Steve Kerr effect. I think it's time to move on. I think Mike Malone will be the perfect replacement for him. Perfect. I think I'm just being honest. Remember Mike Malone started his coaching career here in New York. He's a New York native.
Yeah.
I think he would fit perfectly. I think he understands what it takes to win. He shouldn't have been fired from the Nuggets. I think we all can agree with that. Now is the perfect time to get him before somebody else does, because Philly can get him. Somebody else can get him that's desperate. I think the time to move on to him is now. Not like, don't fire him now, but this offseason, if he just still doesn't have a job, you need to get him. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Appreciate the call. Here's the
too,
thing. Here's the thing with that, right? I think Dibs, obviously, back-to-back 50-plus wins, has done a great job. But I think if the Knicks lose in the first round, it's a strong pot. I think it needs to be addressed. Like I think.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think you need to see how it looks in the second round. If you get swept, if you put up a fight, if you take them 5 to 6 games at least. But hey, I'm not arguing with you. I'm on the train. I mean, you guys know that. If you know, you know. And I think like now Mike Malone came available today, and a lot of Knicks fans are already saying, look, if we can get Mike Malone, that'll be a perfect coach to come in here and, take the reins from Tom Thibodeau, put him up in the front office. But I just think you have to wait for the playoffs and see how it looks, because it's a different game. But look, a lot of Knicks fans share your same sentiment. That's for sure, man.
Yeah, no, I'm only just saying it too because I feel like we keep saying, oh, Tibbs did a lot for us and all that. I feel like Mike Malone did the same thing for his organization, but he did it better because he won.
Yep.
Remember that Denver, he's been there for 10 years. Denver was not, was nothing really.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he came in with Nikola, they were able to win. That's all I'm saying. I just feel like he did it better. And I feel like he could do it better here too. That's it.
And I saw a lot of pushback tonight that Mike Malone, was there for 10 years and he's a stubborn coach as well, and he leans on his veterans like Tom Thibodeau. But Mike Malone also played Christian Braun at a pivotal series versus the Miami Heat and relied on a rookie to, not saying he won them the championship, but he was a vital piece. So, yeah, it's going to be a hot topic this summer. And, Mike Malone now, he's from the area. Queens, right? He's from the area. I don't hate it.
But he's Queens native.
Yeah, I don't hate it. But, appreciate the call, Isaiah. You got anything else?
No, that's it. Thanks, man. Just wanted to say that.
Hey, thank you for the support. Always appreciate you in the chat, as always, man. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate the callers. Appreciate every single one of you that called in tonight once again. Yeah, Mike Malone, man. How about that? If Mike Malone can get fired, I don't want to hear anything. Anyone can get fired. Anyone can get fired. Smoke says the ceiling was a championship. Why y'all complacent? My ceiling was Eastern Conference Finals. Some people's ceilings was a championship, and we have to see how it looks in the playoffs, right? And I know that's like it's just a fact. We have to see how it looks in the playoffs. If the Pistons give us some trouble, I still do think the Knicks will win that series. I think the Knicks should gentlemen sweep the Pistons. It's going to be a tough battle, but I think the Knicks should gentlemen sweep them. I don't think it should go more than 6. Honestly, I don't. But if that were the case, it's a conversation. But I want to be positive, bring some positive vibes, and we talk about that when the time comes. But Isaiah, a lot of people have said that today. Tony says, why did Coach Tibbs only play Mitch 16 minutes versus the big lineup? Mitch went down awkwardly in tonight's game. Don't know if that was a factor in that, Tony. Mitch only played, what did he play? He had 16 minutes for Big Mitch, huh? I like the lineup, too. It was working. Mitch and Cat. I like that the second corner lineup with Mitch, Cat, and Jaylen Brown being guarded by Karl Anthony Towns. I think that's a wrinkle that you can use. So more of that. But I think maybe his foot, he came down gingerly. The Knicks don't want to push it, man. I know this game was important, quote unquote, but like emotionally. But in the grand scheme of things, standing wise, it didn't matter. So I don't think you want to push it. I don't. Playoffs, all hands on deck. All hands on deck. Look, if Payne is going to play like this in the playoffs, I'm sorry, man. I can't do it. I got to get DeLon Wright in there. Now we know DeLon Wright can play. I got to see him. I do have faith in Payne. First round, I think he can do some things. But against the Celtics team, I need to see DeLon Wright. I do. And look, no Precious. DMP, he's not going to play. And yeah, Celtics went 8-2, But they're 8. They're machine, man. They're machine. Absolute machine. Isaiah says, Mitch played great today, but just not enough. Yeah, agree. I'll figure if OG's banged up for the rest of the season, we'll probably drop to 4. I think they get 1. You got Brooklyn, the final game of the season, right? So if you look at the standings now, you have to lose out. Indiana has to win out if they want to leap you. And Milwaukee is now 2 full games ahead of the Detroit Pistons. So what that means is I think if the Knicks beat the Pistons and Milwaukee wins their next game, I think that's it. I think it's Knicks-Pistons first round. I know they play each other twice the final 2 games of the season. Milwaukee currently owns a tiebreaker. So if they go into that game with Milwaukee 2 games up, if they win 1, it's it. That's a wrap. Don't know how it is structured if they tie. And I think it goes by division ranking or conference ranking at that point. But it is becoming increasingly likely that you will play the Pistons in the first round. You're staring at Knicks Pistons first round. That's what you're staring at. And I do think the Knicks can beat that. Beat them. Pistons are tough, scrappy. But I think they just lost to the Kings at home. I just think the Knicks are too talented. I think it would be a gentleman's sweep. Again, I said I was trying to avoid them. I didn't really want to play them. I would prefer the Bucks, but be careful what you wish for too. So Yuri says, good news, OG Anunoby is okay. Shout out to Yuri bringing that information in the chat. Yeah, OG twisted his ankle there in the final play of the game, final couple of plays in the game. El Figgy says, this is where you miss Dante and Bogdanovich. We don't have a 3-point sniper. Yeah. Perfect on the bench, man. And Shemet, defensively, it was rough tonight for him, but he did hit a 3. But he didn't play in the second half. Buzzer Beater says, salute. Salute, Buzzer Beater. Yeah. Look, a lot of good things tonight. A lot of poor things tonight. You got to play perfect against this Celtics team, and we just have to go from there. 2 more games left. We got a live stream tomorrow with LV Live, so be on the lookout for that. I think that's like 12:30-ish, so we'll be live tomorrow, probably talking about this game and the end of the season. But yeah, guys, appreciate you guys in the chat. As always, it is Let's Go Knicks. Subscribe, like, all the good stuff. Once again, thank you for giving me your time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Sleep this one off. I'll catch you guys next time. Mellow face. Peace.